I guess the last thing to talk about with your 40 years experience is, you've been through a lot, right? From gas lines to, rates at 16%, to 2005, then the collapse in '06 and going forward. We're sitting here in 2023. Rates are spiking, right? Some would say 8, 9%. When you look out over the next 10 years and, doing this with your son, are you excited for what's coming? Do you look into the future? What do you see, over the horizon?
Yeah, well, let me just say one thing about interest rates. Because I started in 10% interest rates, everything that I bought and sold was 10% interest rates.
Mm.
That was a low coming down from 16. And
Right.
so I didn't know that it was high. I wasn't complaining that it was high. The people that were complaining back then were people that actually had money in the bank because the
Mm.
banks were paying them less and less and less.
Yeah.
And yeah, so what's really different about it right now is, so I don't have a problem with 10% interest rates or any amount. Now, where it begins to be a problem is if you have an adjustable rate and
Yeah.
it's going up. Okay. So if you're starting in real estate right now, it really isn't a problem, because even if they're 10% interest today, and I tell people, look, if you can make a deal and you're borrowing the money at 10%, if the deal pencils, you're
Video
golden.
pencils. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
golden. And
Yeah.
it can only get better. If you think things are going to go down, then great. Then it'll just get better. When they go down, it'll go up in value and you'll refi or whatever you want to do. But so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I know there's going to be a lot of pain, a lot of grief.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to lose properties. There's
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of witnessed what I call the stair step recession. I have a apartment building I bought for 1.2. No, I bought it for 340,000, but it had sold for 1.2, went back to the bank, sold for 750,000, went back to the bank, sold for 550,000, went back again. And then I picked it up. And this is an '80s era stuff, and late '80s. And so those things are coming back. I'm already, we talked about this a week or two ago. You're starting to see the guys that put the apartment buildings together. Anybody that puts stuff together with an adjustable rate mortgage and are leveraged,
Short-term bridge debt. Oh, not good.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think the interest rates, I think they're going to go up more, and I don't think they're going to go down for maybe 3 years I think so. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I think rates are going to normalize in the 6s to 7s. It's kind of where my brain's at. But to your point, I think higher for longer means, run your business like rates are 7, and don't bet on 0. The people that built their business on 0 rates, that's not coming back. You're in trouble if that's what your business is built on.
Right. Well, my whole deal is I have a high standard, of expecting to make a lot of profit. And so and that's what too many people do. They have a low standard of what a deal is. I want to get 10% off. I want to get 20% off, a little low even. But if you set your standards low, guess what? You're going to find something like that, and your money's going to be gone. Yeah. And you don't have any wiggle room to get out. So that's what I think.
Yeah. Easy to get in, hard to get out. One of your Thomisms from earlier. I actually ranted on my daily financial news this morning. I screamed, don't do good deals. Only do great deals. And now everybody has to figure out the difference for them. But you need that margin of safety. Yeah.
You just reminded my other Thomas, and that is, there is no bad real estate. There's just bad deals.
I like that one. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Find the time, the terms, the price, all of that. Tom, so much fun talking to somebody who cut their teeth in the '80s, who's now taking the next generation forward. Where can they find you? What's the book? Tell us all this, Tom, where they can find you.
Yeah. So my book is Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. And basically it's, how I made my first million by 27. And that was, right in the '80s. It all happened in the '80s. And then, just how I continue to buy real estate even today. But Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. And then my channel, flipanythingusa.com. And And of course, the
Awesome.
same name on across social medias. But
There you
yeah,
go.
thanks a lot, Mike, for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And again, folks, give him a follow. I like what he's doing with his son, taking him out on the road. Kind of, I call it kicking rocks, cutting his teeth. And again, anytime you can listen to somebody who actually did this in the 80s, they didn't just read a book, I think is worth following. So, Tom, thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yep. Yep. Thanks, Michael.